Well, what a week it has been. Here it is, Saturday. And I haven't done anything fitness-wise for an entire week. The last time I ran was last Friday. And as I mentioned in the last video, I knew I was going to have a very busy weekend. And so the result of that was that I dropped everything. I ate whatever I wanted, and that was junk food and anything that came in front of me. So no restraint. I ate everything and ended up being very, very just exhausted, lethargic. Sort of hit a wall, really, psychologically. And of course, then what happens then when I drop my disciplines? Then I have to fight the battle of, well, what's the point of doing it now when I've already failed? So I then spent the rest of the week just trying to really sort my brain out and get myself to a place of some middle ground, really. Not just throwing it all away because I'd failed, but allowing myself to fail and knowing that it's all part of the process. We have good days and we have bad days. And the most important thing for me is to get back up, because I'm a very extreme person. It's all or nothing. And I was just ready for it to be nothing. It was kind of scary. And when I think about that, I think it really kind of hits me how weak my mind is if I can let one bad weekend just knock me for a loop. So I got back up. I adjusted my eating again, but as I predicted, it wasn't sustainable to be that strict. I knew that I was going to get to a point where I was going to just say, I've had it, I'm going to do what I want. So I'm sticking to my disciplines as best I can, but allowing myself to have a treat here and there. Not even giving myself the rule of like once a week or this or that, but as it comes. The goal should be to feel healthy, to be happy, and to live in the moment, not to constantly be haunted by the future or haunted by the past. You know, yes, it's good to set goals, but those goals, if setting those goals stop us from living or stop us from being effective, then I think we need to do some readjusting and reevaluating. So I've spent the week reevaluating. Of course, it was a busy week because my daughter was doing a show and the trains here in town are down, so I had to do a lot of driving during the time when I would be walking or running. And of course, getting up early has proven to not work that well because I'm still very tired. And I've never been a morning person, so that's a challenge for me. But who knows? Who knows what will happen down the road? So I'm out for a walk. I'm not going to do any running. I'm not clocking this. I'm just out to get some fresh air, to enjoy the evening, and to get back into my systems. I did realize that as I said, I sort of hit a wall, and I've been thinking, what are those walls? What is the wall? What are the things that stop me? I always find that when I get depressed or when I get anxious, the best thing for me to do is try to figure out the thing or the things that are contributing to the anxiety or the depression, so that I can try to, I don't know, maybe do those things. Maybe it's a job that I'm avoiding, or something. In my case, it's often a job that I'm procrastinating, or something that's bubbling under the surface, some situation or some issue that's bubbling under the surface that I don't want to deal with or haven't dealt with. And often, if I can just identify what it is and then just do it, I find that once I identify it, then I do that thing that is causing the blockage, because I know that once I do that thing, I feel so much better. And in this case, there were several things. There were several things that were mounting up for me, but what I realized was that I had given myself too many expectations. I had taken on too many. I don't want to say projects. Too many things that were requiring my daily attention, and I wasn't able to deal with them all in the given day. So instead of giving myself grace, what I did was I just sort of let it heap up onto my head, and then it just stopped me completely. So I had stopped doing my bullet journal. My bullet journal is what I use to keep me organized and focused with my work, with my disciplines, with my personal, things around the house, things around the garden, blah, 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 stuff like that. And I had let it fall, and I realized that was not helpful. So I sat myself down, and even midway through the month of May, of course it's midway through the month of May, so my brain tells me, why should you do it now? You have to start at the beginning of a month. Well, that's stupid, because the bullet journal should serve me, not the other way around. So I sat down and did it, got my month laid out, and so now I'm feeling a lot more organized. I'm feeling a lot more clear-minded. So I'm able to think. Of course, today I went out to do some gardening, and every time I stepped outside it would rain, and then I'd come back inside and the sun would come out, and then I'd go back outside and it would rain again. So I abandoned that and decided to do some organizing in my garage. And of course, being an Allen means that my garage is always going to be a nightmare. But I made some progress. So I'm able to see a little bit further now ahead. And I've identified some things. I've identified the things that have been causing me the anxiety. And I am allowing myself to just, in terms of my diet, I'm allowing myself to eat in a way that I feel good and feel healthy, but also enjoy the moment. So that's been I think that's going to be a more healthy approach in the long run, instead of chasing myself to the goal all the time. So I'm going to run tomorrow, because I haven't been on my legs, I haven't walked I've walked around the house, but I haven't done a walk or a run for a week. So I'm walking now. Once I stop doing this video, I'm going to speed up a little bit, and then tomorrow I'm going to do hopefully another 3K run. We'll see how it goes. But I need to do some stretching and some massaging of my calves a little bit this evening, because they're feeling a bit tight, and I don't want to go running on them if they're tight. So I'm back, and I'm focused and feeling good. So more later.